The blessings come down.
All right, we're here with senior swimmer and lacrosse player Riley Burke. How you doing today, Riley?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm fantastic.
Great to see you.
Great day.
We're
We're here to talk about the 2016 election and the debates that have happened recently, and we wanted to get someone's thoughts on the way their candidate might have done in the debate. And Riley, a well-known liberal throughout the halls of Elder, why is Hillary the better option for presidency?
I feel like Hillary is the better option because she is not Trump.
And what exactly does that mean? Like, what's so wrong with Donald Trump?
Not to mention Donald Trump's lack of experience in office. He seems to be very immature for his age and doesn't seem to understand how to work with people.
What specific examples can you think of where Trump showed off this immaturity?
During the debate, he kept talking over people.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
proved over and over again.
Mentioned Trump's lack of experience. He also seems to be very immature, and it does not seem like he'd be able to handle other world leaders and being cordial with them.
That's a fair point. SNL, Saturday Night Live, recently did a skit about the presidential debates, and the way Mr. Trump was depicted was as a buffoon.
Yes,
an utter buffoon.
I'm familiar.
And Hillary was making jokes. You know, SNL does their thing. She's saying, "I wish we could just vote now."
Not a response, more of a request. Can America vote right now?
No, I do not think it was that cut and dry. There's still clearly problems with her campaign that should be addressed. Her honesty needs to be addressed, and obviously the email scandal is not a good look for her, and that needs to be delved into a little bit more.
Speaking of the email scandal, her honesty. How can you vote for somebody who's not being honest?
In American history, there are very few honest politicians, and I could feel comfortable voting for someone because I know that not everyone is honest.
Okay, and you're saying not one politician is honest, but the quintessence of an American president, Ronald Reagan. What was wrong with him?
Well, clearly he had some of his flaws, the Iran-Contra scandal being one of them, where he lied to the American people, but it's none of my business, I guess.
All right, now you're obviously supporting Hillary and her campaign. So, what plan of hers do you admire the most?
I personally like her tax plan of the upper 1% paying more in taxes than the middle class, the lower middle class. I feel like the middle class has been taken advantage of in the past 20 years by the government.
And one more question. Who can count on your vote in this November for the election?
Hillary Clinton.
Hi, I'm Elliot Rearing, and I'm here with Senior Braden Roth, talking about the recent presidential debates and the upcoming elections. How are you doing, Braden?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. First question. The debates have been pretty wild so far. Both candidates kind of just saying whatever they want to say.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
Do you think that kind of attitude will work in the White House?
I think that either way you look at it, Trump or Hillary, they're both childish when it comes to that. In the debates, you see it. They're both stepping around the questions, just going directly at each other, not making any attempt to really fully answer the question like America wants to. So I think it will continue in the presidency, either one you choose.
Now, the recent video with Donald Trump and Billy Bush, kind of sketchy. It's gone viral. How do you think that's going to work for Donald Trump?
Well, considering that he was married when this video went viral, it was not a good look on him, including in the woman's eyes. But considering that this video was almost 10 years ago, I think Trump has put steps forward to change from his less presidential stances and been able to advance in his career. So do I think it's going to affect him? Yes, but as much as it would 10 years ago, no.
And you think Trump is a changed man? You think you wouldn't think Trump would say that stuff if he was elected as our president?
I think that his temper would still make him say stuff like that. Do I think he would really mean it? Not that much, but I think he'd still say it.
Some people say Donald Trump has acted a lot more professional during these debates. Do you think he's gone up with a lot of voters because of these debates?
I think he has raised public thoughts about him since the first debate. The first debate, he lost his cool way too often, was cutting Hillary off and didn't let her speak and wasn't making a good impression. But the second debate, I think he really tightened up, made sure Hillary got to talk, and then talked to get his advantages across as soon as it was his turn.
What about all the lies? Now, granted, Hillary does lie, but Donald Trump tends to correct people on his own quotes. How do you feel about that? Do you think he's bending the truth, or do you think that's actually the truth? What's going on here?
I think he might be bending the truth a little bit because there are fact checks, and I have fact checked him a couple of times. He has lied, but when you consider it, Hillary has done the same thing.
Final question, Braden. Who's got your vote this election?
Definitely Trump.
To his daddy, say you the man of the house now. Look out for your family. He has ordered my steps, gave me a sword with a crest, and gave Donnie a trump in case I get shortness of breath.